Welcome board members and school leaders. The topic of this mini-course is conducting financial oversight by monitoring cash flow. Cash flow is the total amount of money being transferred into and out of a school. Board members must understand cash flow to anticipate and respond to changes in cash available. Charter schools that do not anticipate and manage cash flow may find it difficult to pay employees, support programs, or even to survive. Would you like to review the law and learn ideas for monitoring cash flow to help conduct financial oversight? Would you like resources shared by another charter school? This mini-course may help you. In this mini-course, you will review the law, learn ideas, get resources, test your knowledge, and receive a certificate of completion. When reviewing the law, ideas, and resources, think about how your board might more effectively and efficiently monitor cash flow to conduct financial oversight. Let's start by reviewing the law. Minnesota Statutes, Section 124E.07, Subdivision 6, requires the Board of Directors to decide and be responsible for all decision-making on policy matters, including budgeting. To make decisions about budgeting, it is important to understand how and when the school receives money. The largest cash inflow is state aid payments, which are metered during a school's fiscal year, July 1st through June 30th. On a semi-monthly basis during the fiscal year, the school receives a payment of approximately 90% of total state aid entitlements. In the subsequent school year, the remaining 10% is paid in installments. There are many factors that may impact a charter school's cash flow. For example, charters may receive a lease aid entitlement to help pay for the cost of leasing a facility. However, the lease aid entitlement is not automatically included in the metered payments to the school. It is only included in payments after the charter school has applied for lease aid and the application has been approved by the Minnesota Department of Education. Special education expenses must be entered into the Special Education Data Reporting Application System in a timely manner, or special education aid will not flow. Charter schools must also pursue third-party reimbursement for certain special education services, which can also impact cash flow. To summarize, why is it important for board members to understand and monitor cash flow? The board is responsible for all decision-making on policy matters related to the school, including budgeting. The aid payments from the state do not automatically flow to the school in equal installments each month. Aid entitlements such as lease aid and special education aid may be delayed or provided on a reimbursement basis and may impact cash flow. Therefore, it is important to regularly examine cash flow projection that will inform board members of any projected shortfall and need for borrowing. Next, let's look at some ideas that charter boards have shared to help monitor cash flow. Request a cash flow projection each month as a part of the financial statements. Examine the cash flow information to anticipate expected cash flow issues. Proactively secure a revolving line of credit that is available as needed to help manage cash flow. A revolving line of credit is a preset amount of money that a lending institution has agreed to lend that can be drawn down as needed and then repaid with interest on only what was borrowed. Following are questions that you may want to ask to help your board monitor cash flow. What cash flow information does the board receive with the budget when it is approved? What cash flow information does the board receive each month? How does the board use the cash flow information to predict the need for cash? Based on the cash flow information, are there anticipated cash flow issues? Does the school have access to a revolving line of credit? Is the school doing everything it can to improve cash flow? For example, was the lease aid application submitted to the Minnesota Department of Education in a timely manner, and has it been approved? Is the school reporting special education expenses in a timely manner in order to be reimbursed? Now that you have reviewed the law, learned ideas from other charter boards, and considered questions, let's consider ways you can support success. By anticipating and monitoring cash flow, the board can be proactive and have a line of credit to prevent a situation where the school doesn't have the cash to pay the bills. By monitoring and verifying timely application of lease aid and special education reporting, the board can help improve cash flow. In conclusion, here are some potential next steps. Ensure that a cash flow projection is included with the school's budget and examine it to anticipate cash needs. Ensure that the school's monthly financial statements include current cash flow information, as well as the updated cash flow projection for the rest of the year. Ensure the charter school's lease aid application is submitted complete and on time. Ensure special education reporting is completed accurately and on time. Compare and contrast your school's financials, including the cash flow projection, to examples from other Minnesota charter schools to gain and share ideas. Contribute your ideas and tools for monitoring cash flow to help other charter schools conduct financial oversight. Information in this video is not intended to address specific questions or issues a particular school may be facing. Charter schools should work with their authorizer, financial service provider, auditor, lawyer, and staff to address any specific issues and to obtain additional resources. We hope this information is helpful for conducting financial oversight by monitoring cash flow.